Alright. So, hello there, how's the Ame Gakita. Alright. Let's just have a chill moment. Well, technically, over the internet, on Twitter, I have to at least highlight that I'm not trying to like defend anyone, stop anyone. It's actually more towards like how I say this. I feel like if anyone are wondering, like when I put a title like Sykkuno-san or Mujin-san situation is stupid. Like the funny thing is, right? I feel like if anyone asks me what's my view over this whole situation, I will have to actually highlight that it's kind of funny that I predicted this freaking yesterday night, and for some reason it's like people kind of like never really look into it or say like, hey, maybe I just kind of like jumping into this whole thing. Okay, nice, and hello there, how's your day? So the funny thing is, right, if anyone wants to know, is like the topic for today, like normally I don't put a random chat in the night chat. I was going to think of putting it as a random chat after like Pokemon's topic or Hassan Piper topic or any other people's topic along the line. But the one thing that actually got me recently, I feel like when I saw the situation like Sykkuno cheating along the line, the funny thing is that I actually put out one tweet. Last night I actually put out like before I said all these things, I actually put out one simple tweet, especially more towards like 21 hours ago. I actually put out a tweet saying that the funny thing is people making noise on Sykkuno and some defend him in some ways and some attacking me crazily. And the funny thing was that I actually just say that my view as observer of this world is cheating bad, yes. But is it word exaggeration? No. And I actually was highlighting at a few content creators. I never really kind of said who is who. I already kind of like highlighting that there is already one or two people that is doing so. Mujin-san, I can definitely say at this point of time, is so damn obvious that he did it. And I actually put it like, hey, you all still you all are making noise over there, and I said, all right. Alrighty. Normally I do that when I do I like starting the stream. I always say like alrighty, all these things along the line, and it was kind of funny that when I put it this way, that people I don't really have a lot of engagement, like only just like one plus, only not a lot. So it's kind of interesting in the way that Mujin-san had been getting quite a lot of people attacking, to the point that even Zan-san actually ended up doing it as well. I'm not going to say is it bad or whatever. It's actually more towards like, the thing is, when I was like looking at the document for Sykkuno, the one thing is that it gave me the same vibe of when I did the Cinder situation. Like if you guys remember that Cinder the VTuber, like when she was so-called all the stupid thing along the line. I remember the last time when I said that it seems to me that the way that the attack on Cinder-san seemed to be planned in a way. And yet the funny thing is that when I saw the situation for Sykkuno, I feel like, hey, it's giving me the same vibe. I'm not saying like maybe like the attack, like I'm not saying like cheating is good or whatever. Okay, I'm just highlighting that when the situation I look at it, it seems to me that the plan against him was too planned, to the point that if people know like Sykkuno go and say that, oh, it was just a girlfriend in name, meaning to say that he wanted to break up with the girl, but the girl don't want to break up. So it kind of like begged the question to me, why is the girl don't want to break up? Like, there was already like the line drawn on wanting to break up, but somehow it's not break up along the line. That's kind of like a red flag in a sense. Not saying like Sykkuno is correct. It's more towards like it seems that it's a lot of things that is not known in a way. And I've seen a lot of people saying like, oh, he's a predator, he's a whatsoever. But the thing is, right, it begs the question of like, you guys might go and hate me for saying this, but I feel like, is he really a person who is horny in a way? there is quite a lot of situation that really beg the question like, did he SA the girl? Did he go and did something to the girl? Did he go and do something to the girl to the point that what he do as the so-called as a boyfriend, is it considered wrong, or is it considered like we're gonna put up the moral and people are gonna say, oh, this perspective, Sykkuno is evil, or whatever along the line? It's gonna back to the same mindset that we'll be thinking along the line. And it really kind of like got me really questioning, like, are we really drawing that line? Because there's quite a lot of things that I'm not sure. So I actually look at a lot of situations, and as the observer, I will always like do as what a judge would do. Look at this situation, look at that situation. Don't look at one side of the coin, okay? Always look at two sides of the coin and then see how it goes. So when I actually look at the situation, it was kind of like interesting in the way that a lot of people going up attacking it without looking at the whole ordeal. And I'm not saying like it's wrong to do so. If people really have an idea on what they're going for, it's not wrong. But it just seems to me that there was quite a few things that doesn't seem to line up, at least from how I look at it. So for how I look at, like, again, I have to highlight that there is a lot of situation that doesn't seem to line up properly, and that's the reason why I put up, like, is the cheating bad? Yes. Is it worth the exaggeration? Obviously no. And I was actually highlighting this not to a lot of people. It's actually in a way I'll have to highlight to everyone, because I don't want you guys to go and say that, hey, you guys are saying that I'm being not fair along the line. I'm actually highlighting that I don't want people to do it that way. And that's the reason why when I put that tweet out, it was actually meant for everyone. But obviously, if a tiny little VTuber like me aren't going to get any attention, so obviously when I put out that tweet, as you guys can see on top, it's basically like I on the side for everyone on the land scale, is that basically I ain't getting the attraction. Obviously no one is going to think about it, and obviously I ain't getting any like. So it was kind of interesting that when I put it out that way, I was like, okay, if people ain't gonna care what I say, what am I gonna go and say? Is it right or is it wrong? I mean, like, what I say is kind of like people don't gonna care what am I supposed to say, right? So when I put it that way, I was hoping that no one go and make noise, but apparently Mujin decided to outright go and say it. That make it worse. And the reason why I also say it looked very stupid is that basically what he did was that Mujin did the exaggeration, and then people criticize him that, hey, criticize him for cheating, all these things. Obviously, I mean, like, cheating is bad. But the issue on hand is that the way Mujin put it up, a lot of people criticize him the way he do it seems to be like too one-sided. And even if he say that, oh, he's a journalist, he's whatsoever, like, actual journalists don't really look at one side of the coin, okay? We always have to look at two sides of the coin, or if there are three sides to the coin, then by all means go and do all the actual report before doing the actual way. Especially more towards like they ain't journalists who are doing that way. And Mujin go and claim that, I'm not gonna say that, hey, he's a French person or whatever along the line, okay, I'm gonna at least draw the line. Is that if he gonna draw the line of saying that, oh, I'm being racist or whatever, okay, I'm an Asian person, I can definitely say that I got a few French friends, and I would definitely say that the way you put it is definitely you're just making that every French look bad, okay? So the thing is, the way he put it out is basically that he admit that the way he's putting it out is just basically for attention, which basically that's what he actually is aiming for. So in a way, I would say, is it worth the exaggeration? Obviously no. I was aiming at some people, including Mujin. So the issue on hand was that a lot of people, including like Apple, Emperor Apple, or even like Legal Mindset, end up saying that they all even Tone end up attacking Mujin amazingly. That I actually saw it quite a lot of people end up like saying a lot of like negative way, like even Perma-ban end up saying like, oh, thank you, I'm biased reporting a bit too personally, aren't you? Or even as far as like Red say, what? And a lot of people actually end up attacking. There's quite a lot of people, well-known VTuber that not really like Twitter actually, the way I see it is like they all end up attacking Mujin. And in my point of view, is like Mujin is best not to actually do the exaggeration from the get-go. Like when I saw the news at the time, I was like, wait, is people going to just end up attacking Sykkuno-san as if like he's the bad guy, or will they actually listen to his new situation? And it ended up kind of like stupid in a way, because Sykkuno-san, I'm not defending him. It's just that cheating is definitely bad, but the issue on hand is that I will need to understand from his point of view why he did the cheating, all this thing, and then I will do the random check and then give my take on it. It's like giving the situation as a judge. But from how I look at it, it just seems to me that everyone, I mean, I'm not saying like need to go and defend who or whatever. It's just that when people saying like, oh, the way he ended up doing this, it's kind of like very, very sus from the get-go. And it was kind of like amazingly that people now start attacking Muji-san. And I mean, like, if when you guys start attacking him, I'm not saying like he's bad, whatever. It was kind of like, wow, amazing in the wrong way. And not saying like Muji-san should apologize or whatever. If he actually admit that what he did was not the right way, then I think that would be the better way for Muji-san to outright say that, hey, maybe he should actually look at two sides of the coin. Maybe he should actually understand and wait for the whole situation before he do his video, and that his take at the time was really based on one side of the coin. If he actually put it that way, I think it will be much better. But at the same time, it just doesn't seem right though. But that's why when I saw the whole situation, the reason why I say that the title, as you guys can see, is that why I say that this whole situation looks stupid to me is kind of like, it's really damn stupid. Every one of you guys making noise over it and never look at the whole situation, and one person ends up like attacking it, and you guys never understand. And the funny thing is, right, just because that one person used predator, the word itself, and I will be like, okay, you guys want to use a strong word, now people are now attacking him along the line, and he end up attacking other people over it. It's like, oh my, you attack everyone, not everyone is going to attack you back. So it's really very, very funny in a way. From how I look at it, is that this whole ordeal could have been avoided if everyone did as what I say. Is basically look at all sides of the coin and understand the whole scenario and judge based on that. But it doesn't seem to me that anyone on the internet want to do it, or just feel like, oh, it's just a noise, everyone go to the noise, look at the noise. Seriously, it's stupid. I feel like it's not just only Muji-san and Sykkuno-san is stupid. It's like everyone making noise over it is just stupid to me though. As the observer of this world, everyone making noise over it is just basically that, hey, this don't even deserve any attention in the first damn place. I mean, like, sure, cheating is bad, whatever, but from how I look at it, it's just kind of like ridiculous in the way that I shot that how everyone can just go and make noise as if it's nothing. And I definitely agree that I think it's probably because the way I look at scenario as a judge in a way is that I don't jump to the word directly. Like, this is only the reason why you guys don't hear me calling other people stupid or idiot or whatever along the line. It's always based on, do they deserve the title, or do they even meet the title in a way? Because if they aren't that stupid, for example, if they do things and they are smart in a way, then do they even deserve the word stupid? Because they are clever in a way, right? Then if I call them stupid and they are clever, then if I'm being stupid, does that make me even stupider, right? So there's a lot of scenario that I have to like look in a way, not saying like, hey, not trying to use the word predator or whatever. It's actually more towards like, is Sykkuno really mean to have the title of predator on him? Did he actually did assault or whatever? I mean, at the same time, it will be definitely back to the question of like, did he actually like as an older person go and did attack any minor person? For example, if let's say for example if the girl that he end up having a central moment would be at around 21 years old, 22 years old, age gap different between him and the girl, obviously there. But if the girl is really way beyond the so-called nearing to the young adult moment and end up doing it with her mind, then I don't think it's fair to go and say that he's a predator in a way, right? I mean, definitely we have to ask, like, did he use manipulation or brainwashing or mind control along the line? Because from how I look at it, that's the reason why I was like looking at this. When I was looking at this whole ordeal, it does not seem that way to me. Even if he did end up cheating, and that is the red flag, it doesn't seem right to me to have the understanding that, hey, did he actually end up attacking, or is he actually deserve the label of predator? So when Mujin end up doing it, it's kind of like, wow. So it was kind of funny when I actually just say that, hey, is it worth the exaggeration? This is one of the reasons why that sometimes when I put up vague tweet or as not trying to attack anyone, it's more towards like the way I put out the tweet is actually more towards like maybe you guys have gone a bit too much on the way you guys said it or the way you guys highlighting it. And I was kind of like trying to put up a warning, but a tiny VTuber like me don't deserve any attention, I guess, because I ain't getting any attention. Like, you guys can understand, it's like I put out that tweet and no one actually go and like or whatever. I mean, like, sure, there may be some people who kind of like see through it, but actually kind of like 118, but doesn't mean anything else, okay? So this impression does not mean engagement. So it really does prove a lot that if people ain't gonna care, what am I supposed to say? I mean, like, even when I go and put up the video of like, hey, just because I say like some people it's really back to the question of like when I did the topic and when someone asked me, oh, what did Germany in World War II, what they did is not evil along the line? Like, dude, like the thing is, right, what they did is evil, obviously. I mean, like, it's history and everyone say that they killed a lot of people, it's obviously evil. But when I say that, hey, do you guys ever look at what led them to do the evil World War II? Obviously it's like you guys have to look at World War One, and then what led to World War One? Obviously we have to look at the history again. So the issue on hand is that there was quite a lot of issues from how I look at Sykkuno-san situation, and it does seem to have a lot of history that does not link up in a way that I would expect. And that is one of the things that I want you guys to be very, very careful, especially when I do random chat, all these things. It's like this video I don't want to do I wanted to do a random chat and end up saying the same damn thing. But the issue on hand is that I want you guys to be very, very cautious of is that there is a lot of scenario does not seem right, and I feel like this one deserves just a night chat instead. Like, just kind of like I will probably do a proper deep research when more side of the coin is face up, and then I can look at the whole ordeal. But at this point of time, I feel like there's a lot of like coin that is still covered up, and I don't want to end up doing a random chat where when I don't have the understanding of the whole scenario before I put out. I mean, like, you know, you guys will be saying like, hey, am I being whatsoever? The last time when I do the Cinder's VTuber, when I say that it's when I say that, hey, it would be best if she end up admitting the issue or maybe highlight what is the issue, and she end up doing a 1,000 page document that was kind of like shockingly. But at the same time, when I say that it seems to me that the way that she was attacked seemed to be planned, it was kind of funny that when the situation, when people start piecing up the scenario, long before people do that, right, I was actually, when I look at the scenario, I actually highlight that Cinder's situation seemed to me like a planned attack. Not saying that Cinder did is not wrong, it may be there may be some issue that they need to be solved on her end, but it would seem to me that the way that the document against her doesn't seem correct. And when people end up attacking that, oh, and now that the other person also not innocent, yeah, I gain more attention, yeah, I gain more people liking me. Obviously, no. Even when I predict things long ago, it's just back kind of like back to that scenario. And this is Sykkuno sound is actually kind of giving me that same vibe at the moment. That the way it seems to me it seems to me to like that this is another attack, a planned attack, and it doesn't sit right with some of the way the information is being put out. There seems to be some contradiction, but I can't really highlight that which is the contradiction along the line. There is quite a few information that doesn't flow in the way that I was expecting, so it kind of like weird that how this whole scenario flowing, it just doesn't sit right. So I feel like before I do the random chat one in future, I feel like I need to have an understanding of all these things. But again, I don't feel right that exaggeration is correct. I mean, like, sure, I will still end up sticking to the way I say it. It's definitely like cheating is bad, yes, but I need to understand from the other side of the scenario, or is it that it doesn't sit right with me in a way though. So there's just a lot of information that doesn't seem right though. Oh, people are able to take out the new local legend boss. Okay. Oh, totally. Oh yeah, I totally forgot that Chow can really do high damage himself if people actually use him properly. Point out that Mujin want to make it that he is less involved by unfolding the accuser before screenshot. It does seem like there is a lot of information that doesn't seem right though. It's kind of like funny that a lot of people now start attacking Moji-san or whatever, because the thing is, right, when I look at the document, obviously I feel like there was a lot of information that doesn't seem right from how I look at it. So I mean, like, sure, being called out for doing a bad job, I don't want to get involved. The funny thing is, right, a lot of time when I do random chat, especially more towards like even like Japan crime situation, like a lot of time I would even go as far as looking into Japanese news to understand the scenario or further information on the scenario, and then I give my take based on it. And normally when I do those, it's normally like if it's based on one news and the news is actually not really that much information, obviously I can't really give a full take on it just and say, hey, I'm an expert on this news along the line, right? So it's really kind of like sad that this whole scenario is being put forward as if it's normal, and it's really kind of like bad in a way. Okay, let me take a look at this one. Do you want to get involved? Okay, you decide to support the most of document where people involved are still thirsting for the man. They are outing as P, and on the day it draw, may have been a F boy and a cheater, but all the girls involved are the one who initiate the relationship, knowing that it won't go further than casual fling. Call him a predator when they had the agency to both initiate and pull out of the relationship anytime. It's just stupid. Yeah, obviously that's the reason why when I look at the scenario I say that it's stupid. People are making noise as if it's nothing. I guess that at least this video is also kind of like good in a way. At least at least you guys won't say that I'm the one who look at the whole scenario stupid. No point did he actually use his numbers to pressure them, and if anything, they were the one chasing his because of it, and so even going as far as trying to blackmail him. Wait. So basically, the girls are after the guy because he's a popular person? Oh damn, I guess in future if I become a popular VTuber, I will also need to even more be careful though. Even though I already got quite a few viewers asking me to find a girlfriend, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna get a girlfriend that easily, okay. Okay, where was I again? So it's not a classic online FB, but the girl involved actually wore themselves into him, obviously, from how I look at it. It seems like some people are defending him, not in a way that we were expecting, but at the same time, if the girl are horny for the guys, not the other way around, then obviously we have to be even more cautious. Like this whole, like this appears on hello there, how they like this only because he spoke to them. But the issue on hand, right? Again, I mentioned, like for example, like if let's say for example, like he's a 30 years old person and there's a 20 years old lady who is horny for him because he's a popular VTuber or I mean, a popular streamer, sorry. Obviously we'll be saying like, hey, is it two-way concern or is it a one-way scenario? You know what I mean? It's back to the question like people saying like, oh, this is one of the reasons why like these few days I've been putting up topic like when the who say that like is German even in World War II along the line, like I say like, hey, what lead to German to do that kind of thing? Okay, so it seems to me that people now we look at this scenario, okay, like is Sykkuno a horny guy? Probably, because he actually end up having sensual moment with different girls. But the issue on hand is that people know we in the circle, they never go and make noise over it, and now they start making noise over it. It's like, wow, damn, it's amazing for the wrong reason. So it's kind of like funny on how I look at the whole scenario. Is that this like is he a predator? I mean, like more towards like he's just a playboy. Like Sykkuno-san, like you guys can call him a F-boy or a horny guy along the line, but to me it just says basically he's just a person who is who just want to have a feel good moment in bed along the line. So when I look at it, it just seems to me that it's kind of like stupid. Not saying like it's the way to go, but it's more towards like this whole ordeal is just stupid. It's just ridiculous. And normally you guys don't hear me using the word stupid or idiot or ridiculous that easily. Ridiculous a bit, at times, but when it's something yabai, I will tend to use the word yabai. But even so, I don't go as far as calling people stupid, because this whole scenario, if I use the word stupid, it's just basically that he ended up having sensual moment with girls that actually want to do it with him, and now that we all know that he got a girlfriend, and the issue on hand is that there was seen that there's a sort of the story saying that he want to break up with the with the girlfriend, but the girlfriend don't want to break up, and it's like, okay, there's something wrong with the girl side as well, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the thing. You're not wrong. It's like basically the whole scenario is people making noise over it that in the most stupid way and taking it as if it's normal. That's the issue. And Mujin's son deserves a bong in the head with a 3-meter packet. And he's a freaking French person who knows how hard a packet can hit. That's why it's kind of like very stupid. But I seriously had no idea why some people always end up doing this kind of scenario. Like this one really deserves a random chat, but I feel like this whole scenario doesn't seem to go in the right direction. People are just making noise, and it's kind of like funny. Like it's kind of like funny that when I put up this one, it's like 22 hours ago, and the funny thing is that people like I don't have people liking that tweet. I seriously I don't, and people I'm like, I know that people is going to end up doing it. Like no one no one liking it, no attention on it. But do I go and make noise over it? No. I mean, like, if people like and understand, then good. But if people don't think that I'm correct, then what am I supposed to say, right? And the funny thing is, right, when I saw the allegation, I feel like it seems like a planned attack. It doesn't seem right. It was giving me the same vibe as Cinder the VTuber situation as well. So when I saw that, I was like, doesn't seem right. And I know that people is going to end up doing exaggeration, all these things. And I know that Mujin is going to end up doing it. I know about it in a way, okay? Not saying that I know Mujin, okay? Mujin don't even know me. So the thing is, like, I know that there will be people end up doing this kind of content. And I want people to take note of it. Not saying that people should go and make noise over it. I mean, like, just look at the whole scenario, look at the whole situation, and then point out both sides of the coin, and then let the viewer judge. Don't let yourself be the judge, but Mujin end up being the judge. Yeah, he's a speedrunner in content creation, though. That's the thing. He's a well-known speedrunner on that end, though. So the issue on hand, right, is that I was afraid of people doing that. So I actually end up putting it out in a way that I don't want people to say that I do whatsoever along the line. I was kind of like hoping that people, and then the thing is, right, I posted that like 21 hours ago, 22 hours ago, right? The issue on hand is that when Mujin end up the situation, it's like a few hours later. I'm not trying to say that, hey, I'm a tarot card reader. When I say that I am able to predict future along the line, it's not really saying that I want to predict this future in a way. When I saw that situation and I know something doesn't seem right, I put up a warning. I'm not saying that, hey, this is a prediction that you guys should listen to this prophecy. It was actually more towards like this is a warning. A forewarning that I want people to be careful about. I mean, like, as a tiny VTuber, obviously no one is going to give any attention to me. So when I put that out, now people start making noise, and I actually start posting it a few times to go and say that, hey, I did the prediction long before you guys start making noise over it, and like the issue on hand was I really kind of like know that people is going to end up making noise. It's like, as you mentioned, it's either he involved or he intentionally doing it. That we can never know. Only he himself know. But the issue on hand, right, is that we really need to highlight that I actually put that out. Is I wanting to people, including Mujin, to be cautious of what they say. I always say this in my random chat. I always say this in live stream, and I always want you guys to be very cautious of what you guys say. What you say may not seem harmful, but it can have a dangerous consequences. And in this case, it finally hit Mujin. It just seemed that way to me. That's why it's really kind of like funny that all this scenario could have been avoided long before, but I mean, like, Powder-san put it that way, like criticizing for cheating. I mean, like, the funny thing is I actually say that not wrong. If you guys want to criticize, like, you guys want to like criticize like Sykkuno on cheating, definitely that's true. I mean, like, he have a girlfriend, he end up doing things with other girls. But then the issue on hand is that now there is news of the girlfriend was that he wanted to break up, but the girl don't want to break up. Now the issue on hand is like, okay, now who is correct now? Is it the girl? Is it the boy? Or is it whoever? The whole scenario, it just looked very, very like there's a lot of contradiction to the point that I find it weird. That's why it's like this whole scenario was giving me the same vibe when I was doing the random chat for Cinder. It seemed like a planned attack, and it doesn't seem correct to me. Have I seen him make a statement? Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the reason why that's the reason why I did that tweet at the time, though. Because of the way, because I know that people like Mujin-san is going to end up doing the thing, and not saying like he's not supposed to do it. It was actually more towards like when I know the video, right? I feel like it was an exaggeration though. So I was aware of it, but I feel like it was a whole different level of exaggeration. I feel like it doesn't seem correct. That's the reason why I did that tweet. I was like, it doesn't seem correct. It doesn't seem to flow in the way that I think is correct. So the issue on hand, right, was that when I saw it, I was like, doesn't go in a way. That's why it's like when I know the video, it's like when at the time, I feel like it was a full exaggeration, and it doesn't seem correct, and that's the reason why I did that tweet. It was not trying to saying that I trying to attack him. I just feel like it was just, is it worth the exaggeration? Obviously, I say no. The issue on hand is what Sykkuno-san did, the cheating, is it correct? Obviously no. He having moment with a lot of girls, obviously not the good thing. But the issue on hand is that now it seems that the girls also want to do it with him. Now the question is like, oh, so the girls are the one horny, and now we still bring the guys for it? Doesn't seem correct, right? Yeah, that's the thing. That's why it's like, it doesn't seem correct. I mean, like, the reason why I don't like to be called drama VTuber is that sure, I may be talking about things, but it's more towards like, it's just a random chat with you guys, or a night chat, a random chat, a stupid chat, or whatever you guys want to call it. It was actually a chatting, and I want you guys to be cautious of this kind of situation. Take out the skill and then look at the whole scenario. Look at two sides of the coin. This is one of the reasons why I say that when I look at history itself, a person who observed this word for many years, I know for sure that there is a lot of scenarios that lead to wars and even dramas. And the one thing I want you guys to be very cautious is that this scenario seem, if we now we need to do the dismantle now. So we're going to dismantle this scenario. Let's look at Sykkuno. So we know that there is a lot of girls and end up doing sensual stuff with him, right? So the issue we have to ask ourselves, is it a one way where the guy was the one praying it to happen, or is it a two-way moment, or is it the other way around where the girl hungry for the guy instead? Because if that is the case, then we will be asking like, so does that mean that all the girls who attack him is the rapist instead? So the issue in hand, right? We also have to look at not just one side of the coin. This is one of the reasons why I always say look at many sides of the coins. It's that if we look at it, it doesn't seem correct in a way. Like, why is it that the girl's willing to do it? Is it really a moment? Did the girl have to actually highlight that the girl themselves being called to do it? If it was not, then obviously what Sykkuno did was wrong. But it does not seem that way. That's the problem. That's the contradiction. So the issue on hand, it doesn't seem correct. I'm not trying to defend him, but it just doesn't seem the way the story flow is not in the right way. It seemed to be there was some sort of contradiction in that, and I want we all to be cautious of it. This is one of the things that we all have to look carefully and then understand it. This is one of the reasons why we need to be cautious, and that was giving me the issue on it looks stupid. No, the second thing is that Mujin-san go and say that, oh, hey, you guys can come and say that. Tell me if you're one of the person who end up doing the central thing with you and you guys are not happy about it. Tell me about it. Like, okay. So if you have five like this is one of the moments that we have to ask ourselves, okay? Like Green Sun, you have to understand. Like this is one of the things that imagine you have a train. You have one person and you have 5 person. The 5 person is the female. The guy is Sykkuno. Let me give you guys this scenario. If all the 5 girls had done the central stuff with the guy, I think you guys would just let the train run into Sykkuno and let him die, right? Now, let me ask you guys one thing. What if this is a possibility moment, okay? Not saying like it might happen, but I just want you guys to think of, imagine in that scenario. What if the 5 women are liars? And Sykkuno is telling the truth that he did it with the girl with both side agreement. Will you guys now make sure that Sykkuno still die because he ended up doing it? Or will you guys end up letting the train run over the 5 girls because they are liars? Because you don't want the 5 more liars in this world. That's the problem, right? So this whole ordeal, from how I look at it, right, it does not seem correct in a way. Obviously, we don't want train to run over anyone, don't get me wrong. But this whole ordeal does not seem correct from how I look at it. And that's the reason why I claim it as stupid. And obviously, the way Mujin-san going on the attack, even more stupider. So the issue on hand is that I obviously don't want you guys to go around and run people under the bus or under the train along the line. It's that I want we all to look at the whole scenario and understand how is the scenario actually running. It does not seem correct in a way, regardless of how we think about it. So obviously it's not wrong though, Green-san, okay? I'm not saying like your mindset is wrong. You guys can disagree with me as well. The only issue on hand is that I want you guys to be very cautious of the way people end up doing this kind of like moment or chit-chatting or whatever, is that it doesn't seem to flow correctly. And mind you guys, he got actually way more people liking, giving like 6.6k like, okay, as compared to my tweet which like basically 0 like, okay. I basically like if I go against Mujin-san, it's like obviously I'm gonna get attacked by him, right? So obviously I'll have to put it in the most vague tweet, in the most simple way, and at the same time I really want people to be cautious and be careful of the things everyone's saying. It doesn't seem to go in a way that we... Sonic? Whee! I don't speak Sonic. Although for some people, so for some reason people can say that my voice sometimes can speak like other cartoon character, which I don't know. More popular people showing their problematic side. I think this is one of the funny thing, right? Okay, this is one of the things that even I myself is very, very afraid was, if I became too popular and if I end up having my bad issue and then people go and say, oh, it's my skeleton in the closet. Oh damn, what kind of skeleton is that? Even I myself kind of curious in a way. So it's really one of the things that we really need to look at, not just one side of the coin. It's even like myself when I do random chat, I'm not trying to like defend anyone or attack anyone. It's just the only person I would do the attack is Jet Dorothy and Johnny Somali. They both deserve a bonk in the head with a 3-meter packet with a metal pipe inside the packet itself, okay? So the issue on hand is that I want you guys to be very, very careful. Is that every time when some people deserve a bonk in the head, is that it's really kind of like you have to ask them like, what kind of moment did they say so damn stupid that they don't even understand what they are saying, that they really need the bonk in the first damn place? And it does seem to me that, from how I look at it, right, it seems to me that it's a lot of people now making noise over it, and I don't want people to go and say, oh, hey, Superman making noise, this, that, definitely I would go and make all the weird voice acting moment that I learned in Japan, and then people was like, oh, Subalashi, this is your name, voice actorの知るかなわかんないんですよな So yeah, this is one of the reasons why sometimes you have to look not just at one side of the coin or whatever and done some damage to. I feel like a lot of people now going as far as doing I mean, like, it's kind of like funny in from how I look at it. Okay, not saying like we should all look at and start attacking anyone. It's actually more towards like, even when people now saying like, oh, some of the popular VTuber also have something. Not everyone. It's like some of them have the issue. It's like, wow, damn, you guys are now making noise over there. So you could do mine. これはちょっとやばい Why am I getting that kind of impression? And well, this guy, this celebrity, Japanese celebrity, having a leg massage in the way that he was bearing the pain. I have did before leg massage, and I can definitely tell you guys is that the only thing you guys will be hearing from me is like laughing non-stop. Hopefully none of the people in the situation get hunted. I'm okay, this is kind of like hoping that is not the case though. It's kind of like funny in a way, because the issue on hand is that we don't really want people to go and make whole noise or whatever. And wait, Scott became what? Fan major, it looks so damn good. What the hell, my goodness. This is one of the reasons why I always say that some cosplay are really good though. This is one of the sad one. One day, Phil-san, one day I'm gonna make sure that next week I'm gonna at least do a Nikkei live stream where I'm doing the short story. And then we will be all look at the whole scenario and nothing about whatsoever. To be fair, it's totally unbiased. Okay, Green Sun, we have to understand one thing, okay? Not saying like what Mujin-san say is wrong. I mean, like, he just basically speedrun his scenario. But it's what he did afterward that end up as what I predicted though. So the issue on hand is that he later on go and criticize Powder, who actually did this tweet long before, is that, can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely, but never once I did manipulated by this guy, and he's a huge freak, but he was incredibly aware of Powder dynamic, and he's also just friendly. He's quite forward with his which I didn't like being around. Give me player vibe. So he's a player boy. And I am gonna freak out on him. No, usually when someone is like that, they really taking it to talking to multiple people. I see some women trying to play victim as if they didn't have a brain in this situation, and people throwing the word predator around. I think that's unreasonable. Muji never really was a reliable narrator. If a huge creator who is friendly asked to play a game with you, would you say no? And obviously, Muji-san, can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely. But I have no views whatsoever and became desperate after trying everything to be reverent, so I choose to appeal to people who hate my gender in order to play Ren. Am I going to free out on a serial cheater who has sex with women without telling them that they are going to be home wretched? Of course not. Moral on an obstacle to my income. Muji was never really a reliable narrator, so when his video eventually came out about me being cancelled by my audience for secretly I've been taking a black guy even though I keep saying that I can't stand minority, please don't trust him. Also, English is my first language and I don't have any idea that any predator can mean a person or organization that use weaker person for their own advantage. But it's okay, Mao discourse about everything I say anyway. Dumbass shit. So when he say it that way, obviously Green Sun, when you look at it, he's gonna get attacked. And now a lot of people like Poma Ben doing like, oh, you're taking this unbiased reporting a bit too personal, aren't you? Whereas some say, what? All of a sudden, you're like really mad. Also, stop facilitating me in a mixed race relationship, you F. And then Doctor. And I was saying like, if you're a woman, I tell you to change your tempo. But since you're a man, I wish you to watch the taste or whatever. I'm not gonna say that what happened after that. Even Banana Jojo saying like the number of buzzwords in this period of tweet just to describe what it comes down to. Describe the simple word cheater is hilarious. And yeah, it's basically like a lot of people end up attacking Mujin in the way that we won't be expecting, and not saying like what Mujin say is wrong. I mean, like, we definitely have to understand that he ended up trying to put up a content as far as possible, and obviously he didn't think it carefully. He didn't think of that the way he said it was not in a way that people may agree with him. But with a lot of people attacking him from left side, right side, obviously I will be saying that what I said long ago was not being truthful in a way, right? We basically say, is it word association? No. Quite a bit of. Let me zoom out for you so you guys can see it easily. So quite a bit of technicality he's going to argue, knowing that what the most popular idea is the internet thing first thing off. So the issue on hand, right, is that it's fine to have a first impression. But we every one of us, including myself, always look at first impression. I won't deny that, because a lot of like moment when I look at some scenario, it's like if the first impression doesn't give me good moment, obviously I'll be careful. I have to be cautious. But when I say that, oh, he's a killer, he's a murderer, he's a crazy person, obviously I have to look at the scenario, right? Imagine if the person is actually end up a severe down, and I say he's a killer, does that seem wrong, right? So it's really kind of like depends though. Like Pokemon, bad impression already. Pet tone also bad impression. How some people, a lot of people say he's an evil person. I just say that he's a top class liar. And it's always been correct that a lot of time when I have bad impression, doesn't mean that I always correct, okay? So if people change for the better, then that's good. But doesn't mean that I will end up go and say that, oh, I should chat with you and give me understanding, or do I want to chat with you along the line? And the funny thing is that even as far as I recently just saw on internet that people are now attacking Red Sun like that. It's not people saying like Red Sun is also kind of like another person who is also another issue along the line, and like I'm like, wow, people are now attacking him as well. So over the internet it's just basically a lot of people just end up attacking here, there, everywhere along the line though. So this is one of the things that I want you guys to be very, very cautious. Not saying like you guys to be saying like this or that or that or this. You just be cautious, okay? Even later on, I have to go and eat some throat medicine because the way I say today is kind of like hurting my throat in a way. But the one thing is, I want you guys to be very cautious of like some scenario. Is that some of the situation, right? Not saying like it's bad or whatever. It's actually more towards that we really need to be cautious of how people look at some scenario or look at some situation where some people end up saying things that doesn't seem correct, and this is one of the things that I really want you guys to be very cautious of though. So when I look at some of the scenario, it just seems to me that there is a lot of scenario that we really need to be very, very cautious of, and right. Okay, so I mean, like, this is one of the reasons why sometimes when I look at a lot of situation, I really have to be very cautious. Like even when I do my random chat, all this thing, right? it's really one of the time when look some scenario is like, is it really what we really want? And the thing is, Mujin isn't the one calling him a predator. Yeah, now people are defending him. So the only issue is, okay. The funny thing, right? I'm not like, even I myself is like, need to understand is like the whole scenario. Are you guys going to believe on the girl saying that Sykkuno is the predator, or is it the girl are the one trying to be horny with the guy along the line? And then if they are trying to make him pay for the sensual moment they did with her, them along the line. So it's really kind of like better question of like, which side of the coin do you guys believe though? It's really kind of like weird no matter how we look at it, and not saying like we should believe both sides or one side or whatever side. It was actually more towards like there is some information that we do not know much, and that's one of the things that I want you guys to be very, very cautious of. And wow, someone managed to cosplay the full beast, and it's so nicely done too. Yeah. This is some time when this is some time when looking at some of the news, and T-Snet diner handbag and got caught by staff. Oh, nice. Astrea have been revealed as the voice. Wait, what? Before her date. That one I feel like is very yabai, don't want to watch. Well, this guy is, I think okay, this one is really I've seen before. Yeah, I'm not able to do the jump, and it's really nicely done. Pollute the ocean the most. Wow. I feel like Philippines need to address the pollution properly, for goodness sake. That is not a good thing. At the very least, from my situation, it doesn't look that bad anymore, and I don't see this kind of like, other than people posting a very good cosplay that is just to show a nice moment of like, hey, this is a nice moment. First major backlash after cheating on the girlfriend for 5 years with multiple VTuber. That is the most stupid thing ever. I feel like a lot of people need to be very cautious of them, especially more towards like a lot of things that we, like a lot of things that we end up looking over the internet is like, it's really insane. And I actually kind of like, this is one of the reasons why sometimes when I look at Twitter, right, it's really kind of like I put up vague post or vague tweet when it's really just people just posting it non-stop. It's really one of the things that I want you guys to be very, very cautious of, is that some of the moment is don't really deserve that moment. And I'm not saying that you guys go and follow me on Twitter. I don't have a lot of followers anyway, so I'm not. I just only want people to take note in a way that when I put up those post tweet, it's kind of like you guys to look out what might happen in future. Mr. mentioned that Toss Fry, if there's the name show with bow document. Yeah, I do hear of that news with people posting on that. The point of view was that, again, back to the same point that I highlight. Will you guys believe in one allegation, and if the allegation is not true, that's the issue though. I'm not saying that it's an image editor or not. It's actually more, okay, this one we have to be very, very, very cautious, okay? We have to be very, very careful, okay? Because the thing is, some yes, as you mentioned, like they will cop out image along the line, and the issue on hand is that we have to be very cautious. Is that some of the image they can cop out in a way that paint Sykkuno is a liar, when in fact it could be the other way around. It could be the other way around. And I don't want you guys to go and jump and say that, oh, hey, I mean, it's trying to defend whoever along the line. It's actually more towards that I want you guys to be cautious that when we look at this scenario, is that we have to understand who is correct and who is wrong. And then we judge based on that. But if the scenario doesn't draw that line, how can we be so sure that the women's are not the liars? Because because we can, the thing is, we can have 5 liars and one person telling the truth, and the person that is telling the truth end up being attacked by everyone because they say that, oh, they believe in the liars. It's the same thing. It's the same damn reason that a lot of people saying that, oh, Hassan Piper is a liar, and I say that no, he's a top class liar. Why? Because the reason why I call Hassan Piper a top class liar is because he say whatever he want, however he want, and people believe in the way he said it. People believe in his words, and that made him a top class liar because people believe in him. If you're a low class liar, people won't even believe you. But if you're a top class liar, people will believe you. This the one point that I want you guys to be very cautious of. Because how we think about it. I mean, like, sure, you guys may disagree with me or whatever along the line, but the only issue is that we have to be very cautious of the things we say. Because when I put it in the vague form and people understand, good. But if people don't believe or understand, I will explain it slowly and then let you guys understand it. The winner, the first to make a move. Yeah, basically the early bird get the early worm, that kind of scenario. So not wrong. And as well as I feel like over this whole scenario, if you actually look at one, there is 2 idioms to highlight this kind of drama happening. Okay. Number 1, as you mentioned, the winner, the first to make the move, but it's actually more to me is that the early bird get the worm. So, and the reason, like, if you look at Mujin, he ended up doing a speed run of the video, all these things, he ended up saying all these things in a way, okay. Now, if you actually look at another idiom, it's basically 1 stone that can kill 2 birds. Basically, 2 birds with 1 stone. So the issue on hand is that they think they end up killing 2 birds with 1 stone, but can you be so sure that when you throw 1 stone, can you really aim at 2 birds? Because the issue on hand is that sometimes you may throw 1 stone and you don't even get a single bird, you know. So the issue on hand is more towards that one of the things that sometimes you have to understand, looking at all the sides from many point of view, and then look at it, and then spoke out the skill, and then say that I'm not gonna judge it, you guys gonna judge it. But then I'll give my understanding that based on my understanding, it seems like is cheating bad? Obviously, I would say yes, it's bad, it's cheating. But from I look at it, the way everyone seems to highlight that he's the one who having central moment, but when it seemed to me that everyone agreed to have central moment with him, then I'll be like saying like, then why you guys agree with to have a central moment with him in the first 10 place? It's like you guys would have said, no, I don't want to do sales. Then the question is like, then who is in the right and who is in the wrong now, right? So, it's really like there's no right or wrong on this end. It's just basically there is a lot of contradiction that doesn't seem to flow in the way that I'm expecting it, and the one that make it all more like the prediction that I like Mujin end up doing the exaggeration and not happening, but at the same time it's actually more towards like everyone making noise over it though. The last part I mentioned, and you all are making noise over it. That was the final prediction I make. Everyone making noise. I haven't denied that I'm making noise in a way. Like continuing to delay night chat is kind of like me chatting about this kind of thing. But it's actually more towards like the reason why as far as saying like this whole scenario looks stupid in a way, it's kind of like it doesn't flow in a good way, and I can understand why people making like this sort of scenario, not saying like it's bad or saying like whatsoever. It's more towards like I want you guys to be cautious of those kind of people making this kind of like whatsoever. I mean, like you say you don't believe in any drama tuber. I like that. Yeah, and the funny thing is, right, there are people, really like one or two people actually go as far as saying I'm a drama VTuber, even though I go and do random chat where I just chatting about the scenario. Is like in Singapore, I can tell you that it's basically we just go and lim coffee, which basically we go and drink coffee. It's basically we go to a cafe or the coffee shop to go and buy some coffee, sit down, and we just chit-chatting about daily life, all the news, this and that along the line. And this is basically like the random chat, at least in my point of view. And if people ask me about question about things, or when I say about some of the news, I was kind of like tell you guys it in a way that. But if you guys say that, like in a way, I would say it's more like a gossip moment, but more like chit-chatting would be the best way to go though. So that's the reason why whenever I do like night chat, random chat, it's more on, or even random talk podcast where I have someone to talk to, it's actually more towards on like we just talking about this kind of thing. And I want you guys to be very, very careful of the things that is happening over the internet. I'm not saying like I am correct. There are times when I can be wrong, but at the same time, it's just that a lot of scenario when I look at it, it's just that it really back to one thing that I always stand by. Is basically like, is it really worth the noise? Is it really worth that people talking about it? Is it worth people glossy about it? Is it worth people doing the the woke or the cancer or whatever along the line? And it's something that we all have to be very, very careful about. And I'm not saying that we all should stand by and say that people can make whatever noise or whatever however they want or whatever they want. It's actually more towards like sometimes some of the noise is not worth like regardless of how we think about it, it's really like not worth it in the first place. And it's really kind of like back the question of like, what are we even going through? I mean, sometimes some of the scenario is really best not to jump into and say are we into it or however we into it or not along the line. It's actually more towards like some of the scenario is really best like we're calling a cheater, you have the option to be honest and do that, but you knew that. This is one of the reasons why at times I don't follow people that easily. Like I can tell you guys one thing is that I don't like I don't really follow them that easily, okay? Like I don't press the word follow that easily because I don't have a good vibe from Mujin in some sense. So I'm not saying that what he say is wrong. I mean, like if people believe on him, good, but if people end up saying that, it's kind of like just prove my point in a way that hey, maybe I was right in a way. Oh, this is sometimes like some of the scenario is really like we best that we keep some scenario in and. I think this one will definitely show it bigger so that you guys can watch it. If you guys are this one I actually learned before as well in one of my courses as well. So I think I'm gonna at least showcase this a little bit. If any one of you are into content creation or trying to do this kind of posting along the line, sometimes you really have to do like how is it that people always do end up taking video or whatever along the line. It's like you need to do like crazy right positioning or to pose it accordingly. And is the camera look correct? Obviously no, but in a way it is how you do the cooking. Well, it may look funny or it may look stupid, but it is how the flow of find the right angle, whatever, and when you pose, when you decided to do the editing, that it will be the video editing moment. But in a way, I would definitely say that it is one thing that you guys can learn to do so, and it's something that you guys can learn. But yeah, I think this one is really one of the things that for you guys who want to do video editing or whatever, it's actually that is one way to do the. I actually learned that especially when I was like in taking video take moment, and for mobile moment is like wow damn, you can take a nice video doing that moment, and I feel like you guys can usually use those tactics as a way to improve on if you guys are going to do that as in a way. But other than that, not going to post on all those crazy stuff, I guess. The hot pot, that one I still don't know how or whatever. I mean, like some people are so good at cosplay. Oh, I'm not good at cosplay. I never cosplay. Good composition requires small sacrifice. Yes. The only issue is that the sacrifice must be end up giving you a good result. Okay. If it doesn't give you a good result, don't end up doing it. Okay. Don't get yourself sacrificing. Like imagine like you end up throwing your phone for it. Okay. Don't get yourself into that scenario that end up not in a good way. Or people end up saying like what the hell have you been through? This is one of the reasons why sometimes we have to look at this is one of the reasons why we look at not at one things or two things or three things. Usually we have to look at a lot of scenario or look at a lot of things. You know, people will be saying like, am I crazy along the line? No, it's just basically how things flow along the line. Oh well. Oh yeah, what was the thing that I wanted to talk about this afternoon earlier? Nothing, right? Just in case. I'm pretty sure there was nothing much although I have to at least highlight that today afternoon when I was playing the Xenosaga Zero, the combat was actually kind of like fun in its own way. I really check out my schedule. I have to also highlight that I will put out the schedule probably for next week. I actually missed out next week's schedule with next week's schedule. I kind of missed out the two of them in the wrong way. So Xenosaga Zero, from my understanding, is that if okay, at least like it would be better if I just type it out. Would be like Hokai Star Rail. Actually more like just SK update would be on 22nd. It is on the 22nd, and I missed it out with next week. So for Hokai Star Rail, I will definitely be. I kind of missed out this week Wednesday, and I have. And the one day that I'm taking a rest is basically on the 16th, on the Thursday, because I need to go to the hospital to chat with my doctor. Especially more towards, you guys know that I have to take the same medicine for Alzheimer's disease. Anyway, it's more towards because I got the stroke, I got the a lot of memory loss along the line, so I take the same medicine as them. But other than that, my memory have been kind of like getting better and better in a good way, and at the very least, I don't need to like force myself to remember whatever along the line. It's more towards like it's now back to the same way. So, but I still need to ask the doctor, do I still have to continue the medication or not? So this coming Thursday, I will go and see the doctor, and at the same time, I need to ask any further update on stuff that I have to look out for my stroke, all these things. But at the very least, after this Thursday, I can definitely say, after this week, I can definitely say 11 months of surviving a stroke. Yeah, I can definitely say 11 months of surviving a stroke though. I mean, like next month is the one that then I can say 1 year of survival, but which normally, if like I still find it funny that a lot of the big doctor always telling me that I swear die, but based on my condition, but they are all actually very happy that I survived and in good condition. So we're hoping to like we're still kind of like hoping to monitor my health and not trying to have a second relapse, because the second relapse is, from what they afraid of, is might be more crazier, which I have no idea. So that's the reason why I will have to go see doctor every single not every single month. Yeah, actually a few months see one time, a few months see one time. I have to go to all the way to the hospital to see a doctor though. So that one is kind of like, we'll see how it goes. So definitely I think I can just verbally at least tell you guys that will be Genshin, Monday Genshin, Tuesday Genshin, Wednesday Genshin, Thursday rest day, Friday probably Genshin, but I might end up changing it out to Nikkei or Xenosaga Zero. Saturday either Xenosaga Zero or Nikkei, and then when it's Sunday or maybe a rest day. Saturday I might end up putting a rest day, I'm not sure yet. And then Sunday will be a night chat as well. So at least that is the schedule on how I see it. But the reason why I kind of not sure of the Saturday end, because I might end up taking a rest day, I'm not sure though. I will see how it goes, because you kind of hate to drag this segment up, but do you think that new VTuber can survive without company support? I actually wanted to talk about the Holo Star scenario on another random chat as well, but okay, this one I'll put it in the most simple way, Green Sun. Don't take it as what I say is correct, or take it as whatever is wrong. I want you guys to listen carefully. Even that hit me in the heart very hardly, okay? So the issue on hand, right, is that for new VTuber to survive without, is it possible for the new VTuber to survive? Actually, yes and no. Regardless of how we like it, it's always a yes and no. Yes, because it's that if the new VTuber can gain the audience, and when I say the audience, it's not really saying the correct audience or the whatever audience, it's that if I have the audience of you guys able to come to my live stream. Maybe like you guys let me watch playing games or me talking, chatting, all these things. The thing is that if what I do end up getting you guys liking and watch me, that's good enough. And I gain a lot of people liking me in a way, then it means that I survive as a new VTuber. But the issue on hand is that can a new VTuber also survive with a VTuber agency or a company? Also, yes and also no. It's because it's more towards like how much is the company willing to go as far as to support the new VTuber. Because, and I actually freaking saying this as a person who who was once a corporate new VTuber before. And the funny thing is that the company I was under Sony. Oh, it was under Sony. Sony is, and the thing is, the company initially want me to do all the thing as like the manager stuff I have to do. I had when there is a lot of new Singapore VTuber where they want me to train. If they aren't sure what is the new VTuber do, all the female new. It's like all the new VTuber. I have to teach them properly on what is the way to go, what is the thing they need to do. I actually taught them. I was one of the veteran in because I start VTuber way before any one of them did. I'm teaching them. They call me a veteran. I end up teaching. I still end up explaining to them what they need to take. Know what is the thing to grow, and the way to grow is basically the audience. What is always the audience, whether we all like it or not. There's no way on me streaming to no one, right? It's like I stream in the past to Japanese viewers. And then some people end up putting out a false news about me, and then I end up losing on them. What can I say? I end up losing the audience. It's basically I don't have the audience, right? So I didn't survive then. But does that mean anything? No. I still managed to get you guys in. But you guys still end up watching me because you guys understand what I do, what I say, what I play, all these things. That's the issue. It's basically the audience. Whether you are popular or not, it's always that even popular live streamer or popular YouTuber, they always have one thing in common. It's the audience. It's the viewers. No matter how. And the issue on hand is that Hokai Star does not seem to gain the right audience for them. From how I look at it. So right now, after their news happening, all these things, it may be also saying that, oh, now people are not supporting them. Because the thing is, out of nowhere, people know that that is the Hokai Star. Out of nowhere, there is people saying, oh, there is Hokai Star. And then people out of nowhere, it's like, in a way, yes, is it ridiculous? Obviously. But is it a good tactic to help give Hokai Star the attention they are now having? Obviously, yes, because they are gaining a lot of attention. They are gaining one thing that had been lagging for so damn long. The audience. So, at the end of the day, it's really back to the same simple thing that we have to be very, very cautious, is that streaming matter, yes, whatever, yes, but the thing is, the audience still matter. There's no way they can do anything else when they can't have the audience. Because like, as you mentioned, if we actually have to use another moment, is that we look at Niji Sanji. Niji Sanji, they gain a lot of viewers for their male VTuber. And were they popular before they were the man when they were the male VTuber? Obviously not. They became popular because they gained. Like the funny thing is that even like Vote Akuma, the very VTuber that I don't like, he gained audience because he know what the audience want. He aiming for the audience. So at the end of the day, whether we all like it or not, is how are we going to flow towards the end. And even if a male VTuber, even if they are indie, even if they don't have can they survive without company support, obviously yes. But if they can't, then it means they aren't getting the audience. And if they join a VTuber agency and the audience is there, they gain the first step, they gaining the audience. So the one thing you guys have to be very careful when I say yes and no, it's actually more towards of like, are they able to gain the audience first? Paul-san, welcome back. So yeah, kind of like the topic fly all around, but yes, I remember you, the animator. Doesn't have a fan base that are obsessive with them. That's not wrong. Actually, okay, the one thing for Hokai Star, right? This one I have to blame the community that come from Hololive. The issue on hand, right, is that for Hokai Star in a way, we seen quite a few new the new Hokai Star doing some interesting collab with the Hololive girls, but the issue on hand was that right now we are talking about, can a new VTuber survive with or without company support? So the issue on hand is that the Hokai Star wanted to, some of them wanted to do collab with the girls. Not all girls will agree to it, but the issue on hand, it doesn't mean that there aren't girls who don't want to do it. There are some girls who really want to do it, and in a way, is that there are some of the so-called Hololive fans that are just basically antisocial fans who end up attacking the guys over like, hey, you shouldn't go and talk to the girls that easily, or some of them attacking the girls directly, saying like, hey, you shouldn't be talking to the guys that easily along the line. It's like, are they yandere? Yeah, probably, yes, from how I look at it. Because the thing is, right, some of the fans from Hololive aren't actual fans. They are just antis or haters who are using that moment to attack the girls or attacking the boys. And the issue on hand is that the management don't end up agreeing with what they did, not agreeing with the talent what they did, and they just go and say that, oh, you shouldn't collab along the line. And in a way, I can understand why some new VTuber end up leaving, but at the same time, it really kind of like the question is like, is it really the case? Like, this is one of the reasons why you guys always hear me attacking, even as far as the Hololive management in a way. I think like their management really needs some understanding. It doesn't seem like even Yago is doing it correctly along the line, but it's probably that there is some people they think that maybe they think is that. I might be not looking at it correctly, but if you guys know that when I look at scenario and I know as far as when I freaking have worked as a not really as a manager, but as a management, or even looking into social and looking at how people talk, I definitely can say that there are some of those either that you guys have to be very careful about though. I mean, like, sure, those people may donate a lot of money to you, but are you going to just say that money matter? I mean, like, sure, if you guys think money matters, then I won't stop the company from doing so, right? Isn't that true? So the issue on hand, right, is really we really have to be very, very careful of the fans. And this is one of the reasons why when I talk about this scenario, it's more towards like it's not that I trying to attack anyone or whatever. It's actually more towards like be cautious of who we are interacting with. Hokai Star was too chill and the management are too weak. I can definitely agree that Hokai Star actually got majority of them are chill person though. I mean, like, Oga-san is my my male Oshi in a way, because it's like, if you guys know that sometimes when I do and say stuff like it's exaggeration or overwhelming to some people in a way, and I can't deny that, but the reason why when I play game or relaxing in a way, it's actually more towards like in real life. When I play game, I can be very very quiet. I don't even do I'll say thing along the line, unless I'm playing horror game, I'll be screaming along the line. But if you're looking at like chill moment, Oka-san always been the chill person. Like there are times when he being exaggerating. Don't get me wrong. Is that he always end up being the chill person, saying the things or doing things, and that got me to do night chat or just chit chatting in a simple way, in a good way, and understanding that hey, maybe you guys can disagree with me or maybe you guys can agree with me. That is up to you. But at the very least, the flow go in a simple way that we don't really want we all to have an issue along the line. And Okasan is really Akira-chan, hello there. So the issue on it is actually more towards like he was the inspiration to my night chat and chill moment, because initially when I do live stream, like you can ask Kila-chan here, like when I do live stream back then was really like crazy to the point that I always end up saying a lot of stupid thing or end up saying the crazy thing. And even when I going as far as saying that I can even go as far as chatting for 5 freaking hours without stopping, and end up losing my voice the next day, but I still end up streaming and talking again. So feels underneath to worry. I'm a new VTuber of 7 years already. I just like 5 days ago I celebrate my 5-year anniversary. So yeah, go have a nice day. So the thing is, right, it's really more of things that we all have to be very cautious of. A lot of things is sometimes some of the thing is like when I do my video back then was like really crazy. And I mean, like technically when we look at some of my past video, it's really different than what I'm doing now, dude. New subscriber, thank you. I mean, like if you look at some of my past video back then it's really kind of like very different in a way that I don't know, like going as far as saying all the stupid thing, that it's really kind of like funny in a way though. Obviously, I wouldn't like you have to understand one thing, that some of the, because you have to understand one thing, Kila-chan. I know that you guys have to understand one thing as well. Is that when I have some younger, very young viewers, obviously I have to be very careful with the things I say. And some stuff, when I say it, I know that if there is young people listening, I afraid they may have the wrong impression or learn the wrong things. And in a way, I don't want them to say that I'm the one teaching them. But the funny thing is, right, 90-san, Benny-san, and Kira-chan, the 3 of them was looking into those yabai stuff long before when I was saying that you guys aren't supposed to be looking it though. Back then I said that hey, you girls want to go and watch those kind of things, I'm not stopping you girls, but make sure don't go and talk about it online. And in a way, Vanessa ended up saying it a lot of time to the point that I'm actually like, okay, I'm not gonna stop it anymore. No, we are not gonna see the eyes. Thank you very much. I mean, like, okay. Let me pause the music and increase the volume since you want to watch it. This one, I think I might want to listen carefully as well. Though. It's really something to think about. Okay. You guys might want to be very careful with the volume if it's too loud. But It's really not exaggeration when I really say that I'm really bad at playing horror, but it's not very son holiday. Okay, Kira-chan, you want to watch the one when I was suffering from the eyes? Yeah, I know my screen was there. But be careful of the volume, okay? Lower the volume just in case. Oh, my screen when I bring horror game.
Where is the ice?
On the other side.
There is a lot of ice I can use.
I really hate the head though. That is the one thing that I don't like. Kawaii, kawaii desu. And I was like, you guys can see that I was lagging non-stop, and I was trying to run, and when I escaped, I still get to see the fucking thing. Why this you? I wonder why I did this part last time though. Funny too. I don't want to remember this, you know. And then I left with 2 more pals, and then I see the word run and run. And then one more, and I run the wrong direction, and I see the head again. Yeah, if basically that is, and then because Kanacha and the others also still want me to play, I think this one appears on you like that when they want me to suffer again, I have to play it again. I was like, okay, let's see if I can do it again, and I play it again.
The hit is way too powerful though. Like seriously, how can the hit know where to come out?
I'm showing my next screen.
I feel like this when I set the game to casual, it doesn't even feel casual. It's like there is. It's like there is. It just purposely set it in less item that for you to less easier for you to find. Oh no! I heard the voice. How the hell you can come to this room? Can someone explain to me? Wait. He's outside! He's outside! Why is he outside?
I don't even know which part of the outside. I don't even remember this part, and I will need to erase the memory later on.
Run.
It's like it's right there, nearby, and I just run without a damn care. And I pretty sure I see the word run. It's like,
Where do I run?
yeah, I'll never even realize that because because it's so damn dark. I don't even know where to run.
He's chasing me.
And I run to the wrong side. I especially run upstairs at the time.
Run.
I was basically run to the wrong side. I never care about the game anymore. Well, no, that is you aren't the only one who is asking me to play horror game, okay? Co-op multiplayer horror game, you aren't the only one who is asking me to play that. Catlyn's son is also asking me. Like Catlyn's son is actually asking me to play it as well. Though. That's the thing though. Oh yeah, this one you want to watch it again. Very soon. I think this one you might want to watch it because Hokai Star Rail. I think Pearson you also might want to watch it. Is that Hokai Star Rail actually post this is more Hoyoverse collab with Maba, and when I saw this, I was like, wow, damn, Dev in the afternoon, and I was actually find it in like very interesting in how they decided to go with this story at the time too, and just enjoying. It's kind of interesting in a way though. And dancing. And then Firefly just take them out easily. And then Blade also take them out. But the issue on hand is this guy. The issue on hand is this guy. This guy was really the one I think like a lot of people saying like he the Black Cat? Yeah, that's why it's really kind of a better question, like, because the way he appeared, right? It really begs the question: is he the Black Cat though? The dance of Bresson and Charion. Wait, ちょっと待って Of all people we can see, like if people say like if there is no such thing as male dancer, yeah, we basically got both you Gandhi as well as Dr. Rachel doing the dance. For Starfighter. Probably. Then hold on. This is the moment. Because when he dropped down, they showed this part. That's why it's really kind of like question. I ask question like, is he the Black Cat though? Careful when she is that phone. The art is so damn cool because I got Mappa to do the animation. But the issue on hand is that it really begged the question on when I saw it was like, who is the one in the black hood though? Especially more towards the eye was actually the same, like when they showed these eyes, right? It was the same eyes. It was the same eyes on the black cat itself though. The same one from the black cat. That's why it really begged the question was that was the black hood versus the black cat though. 99.9%, which also means that there is a 0.1% that he's not right. But I can definitely see because of when I saw this one, I didn't press the light for you. So when I saw this, I was actually surprised on when they released this, and it was really kind of like very very good. I have to admit that I mean, you guys have to understand that being drawn by my part is one thing, but the one thing is that when they put it out, I was actually questioning like, okay, so in here they have actually highlight that Blade new form, they kind of like showcase that even like Silver Wolf form that we going to get in the next patch is really that it was her power all along, and that we will get to see the new form properly in the next patch, which is next week. So we get to see what kind of like the power that he and both Blade he himself as well as Silver Wolf herself, the two of them, what will we get to see their true form? And considering that is there further form for Kefar along the line, or is it that we kind of like know what kind of it in a way though? But we have to give it a wait and see though. I mean, like, this is one of the reasons why like, even though I say I hate Hokai Star Rail because of some issue, but the story is floating in a very interesting way that I'm gonna give it another moment to see how it's floating. And at the very least, if they're going in a good way, I think we can definitely see that we'll get to enjoy it more, and hoping to see that we don't need to worry about whatsoever along the line. Especially more towards like the story so far has been going in a very interesting way though so far. So I guess it's better that we give it a wait and see how it goes. I don't want we all go and say that, hey, we're gonna jump on this or jump on that or whatever along the line. I mean, like, earlier talking about Muji-san and Sykkuno-san, that one situation is like, in my point of view, is basically stupid. I don't want to like this, like, do the closing situation that we done for today. So, so far, I want you guys to be very cautious of like the Sykkuno situation. I mean, like, cheating, is it bad? Obviously, but at the same time, I want you guys to be very cautious is that the way that all the girl attacking him doesn't also seem innocent as well. So that one I want you guys to be very very cautious about. Now another thing, I think I can share this one. I will probably go and get it, but I'll just share it in a way. Is that actually Catlin-san actually share one interesting thing is that about the engagement. So like if you guys know that there is the spam of the heart or the spam of the emoji, all this thing, right? So apparently someone had did a so-called where if you guys spam on it, I can put up a welcome of it so that it will increase in it. That if you guys, the more you guys spend on the light, it will showcase it and you increase the level along the line. So initially I want to do it like maybe in the next Sunday stream or any other stream that I am more comfortable to setting it out. But for now, we shall set it at this point and see how it flow. Still not sure it will be, but we shall see how the flow is for now. But at the very least, like if you guys actually decide to spam on it, we'll get to see how it goes though. So yeah, I think for now I think okay. At least before I end the stream, just have a clarification. You guys got any more topic that you want me to throw it out or chit chat on? Other than you having apply, I mean, like technically, it's more towards like is 10:51 p.m. on my end. Well, you guys, I have not been stopped talking for nearing 2 hours. I haven't stopped talking though. Yes, nani. No, you just want to know my insight on the situation right now. Yeah, my for Green Sun, at least the situation you understand, right? My point of view so far. Do I want to make theory when Void will show up? In terms of game in Hokai Star Rail, or do you mean as in the way that the MiHoYo will put it? Normally I would say 1 year. Because every time when MiHoYo put this kind of theme, alright, they freaking like got sometimes they even go as far as 1 year along the line. But okay, this one I know it's gonna be weird, but I feel like with the flow of the current world that we are currently in, I won't be surprised if if MiHoYo decided to add a twist that indicating that the void might have a moment in it. I feel like I feel like MiHoYo might put out that it may be due to the reason that it might link in it though. I'm not quite sure, considering that the last moment that we see was basically hungriness along the line, and hungriness is also in terms of space is also can mean the black hole or the ether, and another word of ether is basically the void. It is to absorb. So I think in a way that technically like appear, we're still not sure is it true or not. Don't get me wrong. I feel like it may be linked to void in a way though. I not 100% sure yet, but I feel like it might be linked to it. The current Hokai Star Rail patch seem to go lead in that way. I'm not sure to what extent, but I feel like we need to see how it go from there, and I don't want you guys to kind of jump a conclusion to me at the moment because I actually have no idea. Like MiHoYo is well known for their twist and turn and twist along the line. Okay, so we give you a wait and see and look at how the flow is going about. Not sure, but we shall see. But at the very least, I think you guys really kind of understand how my view on Sykkuno Mujin situation as well as the Mew VTuber situation as well. We got another fake collab that made me think that the fake story will be part of their main now, which I like it in a way, if I'm being honest. Because it does actually. Okay, the funny thing is, I know you guys may. I know there will be a lot of haters in a way. I think the collab is actually considered a good thing. It's because it means that we get to see some sort of like interesting story form. Not saying like it has to be canon. It can be interesting in a way that the flow of the story go in a way that we won't be expecting. And I actually like how the flow is moving in a way that we might not be outright saying that you'll be going in that sense or going in other sense along the line. It's actually better if they go in a way that we aren't expecting it. And hoping that is the case though, but I mean, like, it's kind of hard. Like, it's really kind of hard to gauge on how MiHoYo's story is floating every single time. But if they actually put in some sense in it, right? It does mean that at least the character, even though if they are technically a collab, they are also part of the story in a way, which I actually feel like it's actually going in a good way, because it also means that the story is going in a way that, hey, you guys may say that they are extra, but if they're going in it, then I think it's a good thing, because it means the collab are going in a good way, at least from how you look at it. So hopefully that answers you guys point of view on my understanding. So seems like Venison going off already, and I also need to go and have a rest already. It's 3 more minutes to 11 p.m. So since Venison going to have a good night rest, so I think it's also a good time for me to end the stream here as well. I think no more topic, right, guys? Reason no more, right? Hilson also no more. Or you guys have any random topic? Go back to watch Pyromania. Go. So I think this is a good moment for me to end the stream in a way. I don't think there is any more topic. So that being said, thanks for watching, guys. Well, I actually talk almost like two hours of live stream, but yeah, I definitely going to need to get some thing for my throat as well. So this is a good time for rest. I'll put up the schedule for next week tomorrow, so you guys can check it out when I do post it, but be it on Discord or on YouTube or on Twitter, so you guys don't need to worry on that end. But for now, thanks for watching. I will see you guys again at the next video or live stream. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a nice day. Bye bye.